Staining wood can be super frustrating, but with the right product and a slightly unconventional technique, your furniture and signs can look flawless in no time. Stick around for a quick and super simple tutorial on using General Finishes gel stain and a sock of all things to get a perfectly flawless finish on your wood. We're going to be using my personal favorite, General Finishes oil-based gel stain in the color Java. Now you want to grab a latex or rubber glove because this stuff, it does stain, especially if it gets on your skin. Then you're going to want to grab a sock. I personally prefer a dress sock. They're super soft and they tend to not leave little fuzzies or lint on my project. Grab a can opener and pop your can open and then give the gel stain a really good stir. It does tend to separate if it's been sitting on your shelf for quite a while. You may notice, especially if you're working inside, that the gel stain doesn't smell like a typical stain. It actually smells really good. The secret is that General Finishes uses almond extract in their recipe. Once you've got your stain mixed up, grab your sock and put it on over your gloved hand. Be sure to smooth out all the wrinkles, and for me personally, I prefer to have the seam of the toe on the back side of my hand so that it's not affecting my stain. Dip your fingertips into the gel stain, not getting too much, but enough to cover your fingertips. Apply the gel stain to the wood, going in the same direction as your wood grain, and get full saturation in each section. How much stain your wood soaks up really depends on how much prep work you put into this. Now, you can start with a varnished piece of furniture that is super non-porous, and the gel stain will still work really, really well on it. In a situation like that, the stain is going to just sit on top of the surface. It'll still give you really good color. You'll still be able to wipe some of it back and see wood grain, but it's not going to actually soak into the wood. If you're using raw wood or you've sanded your finish down so your surface is now porous, your stain is going to soak right into the surface. So you'll want to make sure that you sanded really well so you've got a nice smooth surface to start with. Once your section is stained, curl your hand over and use the clean side of your sock on the edge of your palm to lightly pull back any excess stain. During this step, you want to be extra cautious to go with the grain in nice, long, even strokes. The more you pull back, the more wood grain you'll see peeking through, and the lighter the color will get. If you prefer a darker color in the Java gel stain, you can actually leave on some of the stain, don't pull it all off, or you can let it dry and do multiple coats. Once I've got the majority of my gel stain picked back up with the side of my palm, I actually like to go back over it one more time. That way I can get all the little streaks that were in between my passes on the first try. Once I've got my top surface completely finished, I like to use my fingertips to apply the gel stain to the edges of my board. If you're doing a sign like this, you'll notice that the edges tend to be a lot more porous because you likely didn't sand them quite as much as you did the front surface, so they'll soak up a lot more stain, giving a much darker appearance. Finish up all four sides of your board and you're finished. I prefer to let my board dry for a good 24 hours before I add a stencil or any paint over top. Protect your finish with your favorite salve, varnish, or wipe-on urethane, and you're good to go. Be sure to try all of the different colors because there's quite a few amazing ones. I personally love antique walnut, but Java will always be my favorite. And if you like this video, you want more tips and tricks, be sure to subscribe. Thanks guys, and have a great day.